Hey you guys, it's Gigi again from Light the Lights, and I'm coming to you with your live reading on Kanye. So while I'm doing that, I'm telling you guys I'm having a $20 special still running, and it's 20 minutes. And just the way that I read on these people, I can definitely read on your life. So just hit me up with the information on the description box, or actually I'll just paste it here as well. Hold on. Sorry. I just got my lip all in the frame, all in the frame. All right, let's see if that goes. No. Give me 1 second here. No, that's too much too. Okay. Dang. Dang, I still didn't do it. Okay, that ought to. Oh my god, still didn't do it. Too many characters. Oh my god. Still short by 7. It's ridiculous. Hello. Still need 3. Oh god. It's ridiculous. Damn. I still need 1. This is out of control. Okay. All right, there we go. Thanks for waiting. Hello, you guys. So let me just see. Kanye Kardashian. No, I'm just kidding. What's his name from The Breakfast Club? Just got that in my head right now. Kanye Kardashian. All right, give me 1 second here, you guys. Thanks for the like. Appreciate it. Okay, I just need to concentrate 1 more second. I'm having a hard time today. I don't know why. Okay, so let's find out what's going on with Kanye. Let me just clear this. And that. Okay. So let's see what's going on with Kanye. I mean, because lately he's decided he's no longer bothering with the politics or anything like that. So what happened? That's really what I want to know. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, he said, I'm just going to create. So he was over in Uganda as well. I almost said Wakanda because that's what he said. I can't believe Kanye. Oh my God. He was over in Uganda, and he was like, oh, I don't know, something to the effect of, oh, you know, it's so like lush here or whatever. We should build a park, you know, and what do we need to do to get this to be like Wakanda or whatever? What do you need to do to get to Wakanda? I was like, what the fuck? Kanye, oh my God. Oh my goodness. So, you know, if not anything, you know, I'm just kind of trying to dispense with everything, every kind of judgment right now against Kanye because, you know, he is struggling with some issues. Okay, let's see what's going on here. God, I feel like he just doesn't sleep. He is like tormented mentally. He feels super duper isolated. He just feels really, really isolated and just very, very disappointed. I think he really thought in his mind of minds that, you know, this Make America Great Again coming to the table with Trump was really going to be like the step that it needed to be, or whatever. And he was onto something. I mean, most people did not listen to his conversation all the way through. If you guys heard it all the way through, there were a lot of little pieces in there that made a lot of sense. Like he was talking about, all right, Trump, we could bring crime down. We've got prisoners. Already they're doing factory work, but they're doing it in jail and they're only getting paid 10 cents an hour to do it. And he was like, I have to, if you bring some factories to Chicago, I have work that could be done there, and so we can bring the crime rate down by that. He actually talked about a lot of stuff. He ranted a lot and he went all over, but he had actually some really good points that I can't get into right now. But it's a shame that most people didn't get a chance to listen all the way through. They just heard the first part, but all the way through, actually, you can see he really thinks, actually, well, that's arguable sometimes, but he, when he's in a creative mode, when he's in an idea and a solution mode, he really, if he's in a good state of mind, he actually is probably a good person to have in a think tank, because he's more like on the fringe, like Tesla. That's right, fuck you, I said Tesla. Yes. And just really kind of like Van Gogh as well, like people who are really creative, and they're just so, I'm not making excuses for the dumb shit that Kanye has said, by the way. I'm not making excuses for that, but I am saying that in the midst of all that drama, there's like some really, like, people, a few people said, so maybe flashes of brilliance there. You could see that if he wasn't so emotionally troubled and struggling, like with the bipolar stuff, um he would be coming up with some very interesting solutions for the planet overall, like if his mind were stable. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I feel like he felt like super naive, and he's got this really big little boy sort of Peter Panish kind of element to him, but he also is very turbulent as well. Um what's going on? Hi Layla. Hi Jules, how are you? Exactly. Well said, Jules. Definitely well said. Well said. Um so Yeah, hold on. I feel like, I just get this card doesn't necessarily stand for that, but I just get this whole thing about being used. Definitely being used, being misused, you know, definitely. And I do think there's this level of transformation that is happening for him. It's like a major year for him. And I think it's hard for people to understand this thing with him, because he's just rubbed so many people the wrong way. But he is going through a major transformation here, you guys. He does have a lot of issues mentally. He is traumatized. Like, there's so much going on in his mind. There's so much going on in his mind, and I feel like he hasn't been able to ever develop with all those ideas and all these. Every time I think of him, I think of John Coltrane's song Ascension. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that song, but it's just a whole bunch of instruments playing at one time, and it just keeps playing and playing. It sounds like noise at first, but then after a while, you begin to hear this amazing order in it. And I kind of feel like his mind is like that, like a whole bunch of instruments playing at the same time, is how I kind of get it. Um, I think behind the scenes, like this king of air, Trump was like really, really cold and rude to him. And I think he really did truly feel like what he said, because I just see him showing up as a little boy here. What I feel like what's very interesting is almost like Trump was like a bit of a real wake up call for Kanye, like not for him to, not the surface stuff that we see, but this little boy that he has. It's almost like Trump was like, you need to like snap out of it. I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but I just feel like something like that was said, like, I'm not your father, I'm not, or whatever. Because he's looking for that kind of thing. I think he's still very much so like a little bit in little boy mode. Let me see what else is going on here. He goes like through this thing where he like abandons his marriage, though, I tell you that much. Kim does understand him a lot, though. What you guys wouldn't notice, and probably why some of you guys are like, why the fuck are you on his side? Um, because before Kanye started with the Taylor Swift thing and all this, I never really listened to his music, but I stumbled upon a couple of his videos, and he was talking about being in your best and all this. And like, I was like, wow, he was like really on with this stuff. You guys can look it up on YouTube if you want. Like a couple of interviews that he had that they were calm and they were very thoughtful, like really thoughtful. We were like, wow, Kanye, okay, I didn't even know. I didn't know what was going on like that with you or whatever to a certain extent. And I think, Kim behind the scenes sees a Kanye that you and the public and I would like will never see that. We will never see that. In my other readings for him, I've seen that he is a really nice person. Like when he is not on camera, um, he just has this. I think, like Nick Cannon said, he has like an awful way of communicating. It just comes out the wrong way. I don't want to make excuses for him because I don't want to begin to make myself look bad, thinking that I can't say the right words because I'm not condoning the things that he has said. So, but he's definitely, I feel like I think he's really good like with his kids, even though we may not see or know that. Feel like he's very good with his kids. I think he is strangely enough, he's a steady hand for Kim, but she's also a steady hand for him. And together they're actually stabilizing a lot more than what we would think. They are making plans, but something's holding them back. I don't know if there's some kind of contracts. Maybe there is something big that they want to do. They might want to move, actually. I'm not sure what they're going to Wakanda. Oh, I forgot he is going back to Chicago if he's not there yet. All right, let's see what's going on here. But I feel like for most of all, okay, Kanye, you went back home to Chicago because that's the band-aid situation that people think you should do. But the problem or the issue that needs to be healed lies way, way, way deeper than Chicago, some location. Chicago's only going to provide you with so much. No disrespect to Chicago. It's not about you guys. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying it's only going to provide you with so much. Let's see what's going on here. I don't know if there's going to be another announcement that there's a baby, or if there's going to be an announcement that I don't know what this is. What is this? Yeah, I think it might be. This is weird. Hold on, you guys. Hold on, hold on. There could be that they're announcing that they're going to have a new baby and they're going to begin to put their family first, and they're really just going to shut out the public for a long time, a long while. And then once they do feel like coming back, they're going to come back in a big way. Um, yeah, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is it? Um, there could be some company that they had already started or whatever, but due to contracts and things like that, they may have to put it off on hold. They're kind of waiting. They're kind of held up and bound by some contracts, so they kind of can't act the way they want to. But whatever it is, though, I think that it partially will benefit. I think it's meant to. I believe it's meant to benefit society to a certain extent. There's something there. There's something there. I feel like I just hear Obama, like off in the distance. Obama. Is he gonna like try to work with Obama now? Oh my god. What is this? Whatever it is, guys, I know a lot of you guys don't like it, but Kanye has a big mission. That sounds so crazy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When Kanye's not acting crazy, I do, because he really, I tell you guys, he really spoken spoken some really inspirational stuff. When he is not saying slavery is a choice and jumping in front of Taylor Swift or whatever, you know, and whatever else was out there. It's so crazy. He's supposed to have a very big mission on this earth, but he has not been able to ground himself properly. There's so much going on in his head. It's just, again, it's like a bunch of instruments playing. He's tortured. He's tortured. He's got big power. He's got big, honestly, I'm going to tell you, he's almost too smart for this fucking planet. And I don't think if he can get himself together, like on the mental aspect and the emotional, and be able to filter out his conversation and all his energy and ideas in an organized way, it's gonna be hard for him because he gets like 50, 60, 70 of them at once. He's not processing stuff the way you and I and other people are. So if he gets that together, I think he'll be understood faster, but otherwise he won't be fucking understood until like 2,000 years from now. People will be like, oh, okay, I see kind of where he was in relationship to what he was going through. I know you guys some of you might get triggered by that, but I'm telling you, I'm looking at the cards. Yeah, so I feel like there may be a chance that they have this company thing or some kind of organization or something that they're trying to bring forward. And they've been working on it, he and Kim, for a while. But I think with their family and stuff like that, they haven't had the time to really focus and expand it. Or they may be dissolving one company into something really, really big and may sell something or trade it and even exchange with somebody else for something that's a little more socially, I think, beneficial. It has to do with, I think, some kind of social stuff. So let me just see what else is going on. And then I want to ask a little bit more specifically about Trump. But for the most part, I feel like Trump was just a fucking real asshole behind the scenes. I mean, a real one. I think he saw Kanye's vulnerability, and Kanye's vulnerability was a little weird for him, in a little bit of fairness to Trump's, a little bit weird. Because it was like, Kanye's kind of looking for a parent. You know, he lost his mom. I think he's always felt a little misunderstood, isolated, and outside. So, I think since his mother died, I feel like he's also just looking for that. And I think behind the scenes he may have kind of come across to Trump possibly. It doesn't look like needy or clingy, but he may have just come across like as a little boy. And as you know, I mean, Trump is not even emotionally available truly for his own kids. I mean, so, then there was this. So I don't know what happened, but I'm interested in finding out. But I do want to finish my inquiry here with this. Let me see what is this? What is this company? What is this project? So this also could represent their marriage as well. It definitely was something to come together by some kind of divine providence at some point. It might not have been 100% predestined for this lifetime, but their marriage came together in that way. Yeah, I feel like Kim is might be selling some of her company or something like that. She'll be dissolving something. Maybe this is because I think the Kardashians just got canceled yesterday or something, but I feel like Kim is going to be dissolving something. And I think she's going to turn something into charity. Maybe they're going to have some kind of charity. Maybe that's what they're going to do. Dissolve one business and turn it into charity. They're getting like the same cars Chloe got. What is this? Kim and Kanye. Yeah, I think they're just a little bit over the public as well. And I think they may take some time off from the public. I don't know. It's not giving me any more information on this. Yeah. It's almost like maybe they're telling me, you're asking too much. You're asking too much. It's none of your business. So I'm not going to go into it. Because they didn't want to give me information. And when I tried again, it gave me that card. It's almost like they're saying you're being a little nosy. All right. So let us see what had happened. What had happened with Kanye and Trump? What had happened? What happened? Yeah, I just feel like Kanye might have been just a little bit clumsy, almost like stuttering or something with Trump. You know what it is that he was overwhelming, just the way he was in front of those cameras. He's overwhelming Trump with a lot of information, and Trump does not know how to handle it. He puts too much on Trump's plate. He doesn't mean to, though. He really means well. There's also this inability for Kanye not to be offended. Like he needs to work on that. Don't absorb everything. Like you read everything, take too much stuff personally. And I think that gets in the way of his projects. Kanye, I hope you're watching this. Because I'm telling you, stop being fucking offended so easily. Okay? And I'm not talking about the situation with the Kiki situation. I'm not talking about that. Drake is a dick. I'm talking about, and I can only say that because I read on the situation with you and Drake. That's why I could say that. The cards are for entertainment purposes only, kind of like you guys are for entertainment. I feel like Kanye, you just get offended. You are, I think you need to work on your paranoia a bit. I realize where this comes from some form of trauma. I don't think it's even trauma that's really truly been experienced in this world. I feel like it's something that you came in this world with, because this trauma, whenever you go into this paranoid stuff, it also diffuses your thoughts. That's the main reason why you're kind of like all over the place and you want to communicate. You get so frustrated. It's almost like you feel you're speaking another language and people don't understand. You just get more frustrated. Stop feeling paranoid, calm yourself down, and you'll notice all of those streams of thinking that's flowing into your head, you'll be able to control better. The other thing is this, you need to say, "I close my doors," like, close your doors, close some of the doors from those portals of all of that information, like, he's getting so much pushed into him. It's almost like, to just make up a wild story so you guys can understand how I see it, it's like Kanye. Y'all are gonna be like, "This is shit is crazy." It's like Kanye was appointed by a bunch of beings from, higher knowledge. I know you guys are gonna laugh. And he was sent here to do something, only he screwed up, kind of like the guy in Star Wars and the new Star Wars. Remember the guy? He's like my complexion, and he's in the new Star Wars. He was like a clone, and he was so fucking clumsy. He was, but he was the hero of the movie, kind of, with the other girl with the British accent or whatever. That first one of the newest. Anyway, that's kind of like how Kanye is appointed to come here. Only it's like a little bit clumsy. He's got a lot of power. He's got to get his shit together. It's just and it's almost like all of these worlds are like pushing all this information into him at once. Like, we want you to get this done. No, we want you to get this done. No, we want you to get this done. I know that sounds crazy, but that's how I see it. Like, and Kanye's like so clumsy and so frustrated, and then all this stuff is all jumble, and then he comes out saying stuff in the wrong timeline. Slavery is a choice. Like, it sounds like something like it sounds like I'm not truly laughing at Kanye because it's not really funny, but it sounds like something like he went back in time, which he went back in time and he was in slavery times, you know, and and then just got confused and said, "Oh, slavery was a choice." I don't know. I'll not explain that shit. I'm getting weird now, so let me just chill and go from there. But that's how I kind of see it. Like, but I say to Kanye, like, if you just stop being paranoid and thinking the whole world is after you in the first place, or that you have to defend, defend, defend all the time. I've seen this in more than one reading. You're gonna notice some of those thoughts are gonna slow down. Secondly, you need to just say, okay, all this onslaught of information is coming. I need one at a time. I'm closing off the portals of information that are flowing into my head. That's it. I'm only taking one at a time. Take control. All right. So look, I think they're in the early stages of this thing. I think they may, getting back to this, Kim and Kanye may be really at the beginning stages of planning a nonprofit. That's what I think. They may not know how to do it right now. Maybe a little bit confused, and they may not have come into the decision fully to do it. But I think they're in the beginning stages of it. All right. I don't know what this is down here. Hold on. There's still this thing, I think, where Kanye goes away and Kim is kind of like waiting for him. Nevertheless, their relationship does stay together. Yeah, they understand each other, but she holds space for the fact he gets very isolated sometimes. One time around, though, she might not let him back in, but also I think they may be considering, like I said, that Two of Swords that came up a lot. So they may really be considering like truly shutting down social media for a while, not speaking to the public for a while for the first time in their lives, really. So I don't know. I don't seem to really get much on what happened with Trump. I don't know. I'm going to try one more time. What happened? Why did Kanye say he was off politics? Um, it feels like he was just like really upset with the pressure from the public. He feels like the stuff that he did landed wrong. I really feel like from these cards, like he doesn't get it. Like the type of vision that he was trying to create. If he got to do those those factories where he got the people from jail to work in the factories and then pay them and then lower the crime rate and then have Trump also educate police officers and do away with stop and frisk. This is all the stuff he was talking about when he was on that rant or when he was on that, it was like a riff. It was more like a riff than a rant. But in Trump's office, if he had gotten that to work with Trump, he would have really transformed the words "Make America Great." Like he didn't want to say "Make America Great Again" because he felt for certain people, which is true, for certain people, America has never been in a status where it's been great because it's been morally challenged. This country, the way obviously. So it's very interesting. But I think what the problem is, again, now I'm remembering, is that Kanye's ideas come out so fast. They're not really fully structured and people get overwhelmed. Trump is overwhelmed. So how Trump just kind of, it's almost like, okay, look. And I think, yeah. And I think, I don't know. Hold on. I think there's too much going on for Kanye right now. There's too many people sort of coming at him. And I think he might be starting to be like a little more concerned with his brand. I'm not exactly sure here. I don't know what all this crap is. Sorry. I don't even know what all this is. Hold on. Again, he's super frustrated because there are a lot of ideas that he does have, but he can't bring them, he can't present them right. And then it's like people don't get it anyway, even if it were presented right. So he's always kind of going to be isolated, always kind of going to be on his own. And there's this thing about having this really negative energy or just toxicity surrounding that he needs to like get rid of. Like he needs to stop taking everything personally, but that's pretty rough for him. He's like all over the place. I mean, we know that. I think he's gonna take another trip again. He's gonna announce that. Where is he going? He's definitely traveling somewhere. Where is he going? I don't know. I feel like England somewhere for whatever weird reason, like Stonehenge or whatever. I have no idea. Anyway, so that ought to be it for Kanye. And that's about it. I'm gonna go on and do another reading. Thank you guys for the likes. If you guys want a reading yourself, you guys can contact me with information in this chat room here or in the description box later on. Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.